Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 23rd of May 2024. Guys, forgive me. I may look a mess, but I was in the process of combing this wig, and then I decided to put it on and say, okay, I'm going to upload this video because I have some things in mind that I was planning to upload, but I was a bit hesitant because I just don't want to feel like I'm speaking to an empty classroom. And I just said, no, I don't have any time for it. But before I get into what I really planning to say, which you guys can tell from the topic or the caption that I put there, I saw a video with Sir P, and he was speaking on the whole situation with Sheba and her son, who is now an entertainer. Forgive me, guys, for the noise. Who is an entertainer, and he's speaking about his struggles, and he was saying that, you know, his mother he still grew up poor, even though his mother was a well-known dancehall entertainer associated with the Gaza Vibes Cartel association and stuff like that. And, you know, he said something that stood out about the suffering, and that why is it that when a person comes out or they trying to establish a career, whether it be music or entertainment field, they have to speak on a struggle. It's like speaking on a struggling story or a sufferation that you went through while growing up. It's like a rite of passage. And in order for people to understand, or in order for people to like you or relate to you. And the black community, tend to want to embrace such background. They want to embrace such a lifestyle, like it's a rites of passage. If you're in entertainment and you're a black person, you must have a struggling story. You must have a hood rat story. You must have a ghetto story of all these kind of things relating to roach, relating to rodent in your place. You must have a story wherein you share a bed with so many siblings and all these kind of things. You were bathing outside. And I understand, and there is some truth to it, because I'm doing my videos, and at the same time, a lot of people tend to not like me. And it's in real life. I can speak on it because I've had the same experience. A lot of persons who I encounter with, it's after a while talking to me for a lengthy time, they realize that, okay, she's a cool person and she's this and she's that. And how I became cool actually is when I speak on the struggles that I had in my past while growing up. And I'm like, that should never be the case, because if I'm here and we are associates, right? We're getting to know each other, whether it be via work or via me meeting you at an establishment or through some sort of commerce. At the end of the day, if I'm understanding you, or I'm trying to know who you are, why is it that your relation to me has to be based on some struggle that I went through? Why can't it be the fact that I'm a human being? I have viewpoints and ideologies that I live by, or I have fundamentals that I believe in and I support, and I use them as a marking tool to get me to the next level of where I want to go in life. Why do you need to know if I used to bathe outside, if I used to use a pit toilet, or if I used to use that or any of that? And that always seemed to be the case. And that's what I realize with a lot of people. Like I always say, when people meet me, females in particular, they tend to always say that they don't like me. They never like me when they just met me because I act too uppity or I act too this. If I have decorum in a public space, regardless of my tattoos, regardless of my piercings, if I had decorum in a public space, why isn't that something you can relate to as a black person? What is wrong with that? Why is it that I need to be loud and vulgar, overly aggressive, displaying this manly, the negative side of a man character in order for you to relate or see something that you like in me? Why is it that women have to do these kind of things in the black community? And I know, because they always say that when they met me, they never usually like me. Guys, on the other hand, when they meet me, they usually like me because they have a stereotype imagery in their head of me. But when I open my mouth, they usually don't, because what? I sound like I have my head screwed on my body, that you are not going to get away with just about anything, saying it or turning your tricks like what you do with other females. And so it creates a world of unease for them. And I'm asking the question again, why is it always that case? Why can't it be a case where we respect each other, we understand each other, we like each other, and we simply get along, whether we agree on certain viewpoints or each other fundamentals, whether we agree or disagree? Why is it always have to be something low hanging? Why is it always something that is reachable? Why is it always have to be something that you must want to relate to? You understand? And it always have to do with some sort of sufferation, some sort of subtraction from your decency. in order for you to relate. Like I can understand if, for example, I have stretch marks on my body, and so other women can relate, or men in that regard can relate to having physical flaws. That's what I'm saying. For example, I always speak on my speech impediment problem. I always say that I have speech problem. I have problem formulating or saying things because sometimes my mouth move faster than my brain. My brain is thinking of a lot of things, or my brain is thinking fast, and so my mouth is trying to compete with what I am thinking, and so I will end up with glitches wherein I say things and then I have to say, okay, I'm sorry, as you guys can see in so many videos. You understand? Those are flaws that one can understand, or one should understand. But why is it that the flaws that I speak of, or any person speak of who happens to be black, why does it always have to do with sufferation, some sort of subhuman lifestyle? Why does it always have to be under suffering, something that subtract? Or I speak on when, you were a prostitute, or when you were a thief, some things that subtract from your character in order for you to relate to what a person is speaking on. So he has major talking points. He isn't always right, as I said before, but these are major talking points that Sir P has won. You understand? And we can understand that. I think the black community, something is seriously wrong. And if we all can identify that there's something that is wrong, then we need to see wherein we can make steps to make it what? Better. We have to know that there are steps. We have to think about moving forward now. See, as we go along, we're marking the tick, we're checking off as to the flaws and the ills that are within the black community. Now, the step of making it better is to what? Make changes, is to see wherein and admit that it is not good. The first problem, which is also a problem, is the fact that a lot of people do not want to identify wrong from right. They don't want to identify good from bad. They think that bad should be good and good should be good, or bad should be good and bad is just all there is. And these are the things that we constantly speak about. And this is one of the reasons I always say people don't like me. I realize that people don't like me because of it, because I don't say the things that they want to say. I'm not on the internet and displaying a disgraceful and nasty version of myself like I see what's taking place on TikTok right now as we speak, where someone is accusing someone of GRAPE, grape, or RAPE, and in the same breath she's admitting that she take enough man and she F enough man and the whole we F enough man and this and that, and if we go all we want F in a whole, and I'm like, if you're accusing someone of something like that, you cannot be doing self-character assassination. You are doing a fine job tearing down your own character. You are doing a fine job to help this guy win a case against you that you are accusing him of. Through what? Character assassination. Coming out and telling people how many persons you sleep with and you're proud that you F enough people and you do this and you do that. It's not something to be proud of, whether you are a woman or you are a man. It is not something, and these are the ills that are in the black community that is being glorified. And because people are speaking out against it, your defense is, you take enough man too, and I hide. Enough of them when they do this. You don't have any proof of that. You don't have any proof because what? They didn't come out and tell you, and you don't know these people. You are shame, and to hide your shame, you turn around and use reverse psychology to attack other person's lifestyle, of which you know nothing of. You are ignorant to, and then you start making flippant comments. That's what happens when you start speaking before thinking. You understand? And these are the things that we speak about, and these are the things that are in the black community that we need to address. And like I said, this is the reason a lot of people do not like me. A lot of people do not support me. A lot of people do not care because I don't say the things that they want to say. I am a Jamaican. Let me say this plain and straight. I'm a Jamaican by nationality. I am not a Jamaican by culture. I do not cater for a lot of the foolishness that's in society, that's parading around and that is being used as culture. I don't cater for it. I don't support it, and I never will. And nobody can get me to support that. I do not want to be a part of Jamaica by culture and the negative stereotype that is continuously being promulgated in society. I do not want to be a part of that, and nobody can force me to be. You understand? You can put me in stereotype as much as you wish. But the good thing is that I have a mouth, and so you'll be in for a very rude awakening. Moving on to the next topic that's at hand. I was on the glorious TikTok again. And while I was on the TikTok, I saw the FYP wearing Queenie. You know Queenie, the loud hysterical Queenie. She was she was speaking on, when she went to prison and all these kind of things. And then she was speaking on when she found out that she had an STD. She had an STD, an infection, that is. And she was saying that how you know is that when you shower, in particular, it was chlamydia. And she was saying that how you know is when you shower, and even when you just shower, like 10 minutes later, it is very stink. It's very stink down there. The vagina is very stink. And she's saying that. And she's saying that every woman, once you have an infection, a vaginal infection, is going to have a very foul odor. And to my surprise, in the comment section, women were saying that, no, it's not. You can have BV, you can have this, you can have that, and it doesn't come with an odor. I've never heard of a BV without any odor. I've never heard of it. I have never heard of that. You understand? And it's important to read people and research. And it's also important to know your body and understand your pH balance. Once you have an infection, your body, your vaginal cavity will have an odor, an unusual odor. The natural aroma from a woman's body unwashed is a rank odor. The repugnant smell is rank. And my message is to men. I want men to understand this about women. If you're going to be intimate with a woman, it's important for you to smell her vagina. If she comes out of the shower, it is important for you to smell her vagina. You can use your finger. If she refuses to, let's say your hands are not clean and she doesn't want you to insert your finger in it, you go and let her know that you're going to wash your hands with soap. You're going to cleanse your hands. But it is important to smell a woman's vagina. You have to protect yourself. It's important not to have unprotected sex. But if you are in a situation or a relationship and you wish to, it's important to smell a woman's vagina. She is going to have an odor, which is a sign that she has an infection. It's a sign that she has an infection, and they're saying that it doesn't come with any odor. That is a lie. Once you have an infection in your vagina, it comes with an odor. It's just like your mouth. If you have an oral infection or something, your mouth is going to have a very foul scent. Your pH balance is off. Bacteria buildup is way too high. And that's the reason it turns out into an infection. And that's also the reason you're in pain. So men, be aware. There are a lot of women out there who do not understand their body. There are a lot of women out there who are liars, who are very deceitful and very dishonest, and they do not come out and speak the truth. If a woman's vagina has an odor or a very foul stink scent, she most likely have an infection. Possibility she have unprotected sex with someone and she have the person ejaculated inside of her. That guy pH balance is off, so is hers. It's going to lead to something. It's going to lead to something. It is something. It is something to speak on. It is something to think about. It is something to worry about. You need to see your doctor. Have close relations with your doctor. Okay? So do not let any woman out there trick you. Do not let any woman out there fool you. I am a woman and I am telling you this. Once you decide to have sex with a woman, it's important to smell her vagina. Smell her vagina. It's supposed to have a natural scent. Once she showers and so, it has a natural scent. Any other odor that you're smelling, something is there that should not be there. You should not be having sex with that person. Lady, I suggest that you see the doctor. I am not sticking my penis there. I suggest that you see the doctor. Your vagina has a natural scent. Natural scent. If it is unwashed, and that is a scent of rankness. Urine, that is. You understand? So that's the message that I want to bring forward. Because when I saw the comments that, oh no, I don't. First of all, bacterial vaginosis come with an odor. It does have an odor. It has an odor. You understand? And these are things that women need to understand. These are things that women need to understand. And when I look at it, these are big women. And they're talking about, no, you're not supposed to. You see why I always speak about certain clothes that I do not wear? Because I know the climate in Jamaica. We enjoy tropical marine climate. Tropical marine climate, which means that it rains almost every day. And not only that, it's always humid. It's always humid despite the amount of rain. It also means that certain fabric you do not practice to wear for long hours, like those thick, tight jeans. It creates room for infection, yeast, that is. Well, yeast, to be honest, is not necessary, but it creates room for these things. You should not be wearing these things for those type of tight-fitting, thick fabric for very long hours. No. You understand? And these are things that women will be hiding from men from time to time. They don't want the guy to know. And so it developed. They don't go to the doctor. They think that, okay, it's an over-the-counter situation. They don't believe in going to the doctor, getting medical checkup and all these kind of things, or getting a test done to find out what's happening there. And so over time, it becomes chronic in their system, wherein you really can't get rid of it. But if you have sex with a guy unprotected, he's going to be infected. You understand? He is going to catch something. And these are things that you have to be careful of. So guys out there, it's important for you to be responsible. The responsibility is not on women to control or protect your health. The responsibility is on us as individuals, men and women, to protect your health. Put your health first. I remember I spoke about this on a video, and I was saying that my health is paramount. Unless I am broke. If anybody who is in my circle know me, knows that as soon as I have money, there are two places I'm always at: the gym, or I'm at the doctor. I'm doing this, going to seeking herbalist, all these nutritional things. I buy the most expensive. I practice the most expensive diet. The fruits and vegetable diet. That's what I get on. You understand? Because I protect my health so much. I don't want to be sick. I don't like when I'm sick. It's not a good feeling and all these kind of things. And so, I do what I have to do once I'm making bank. You understand? And so I encourage guys out there to protect yourself, to stay healthy, avoid the special, avoid the cigarette, avoid all of these kind of things that are unhealthy. Avoid it as much as possible. It is not healthy, does no good to the body. Guys, please, you're going to have sex, protect yourself. Not only that, make certain that you know your partner. Well, you can't know just everything through smelling still, but at least it will give you an idea that something isn't right. You understand? Something isn't right. Persons have their pH balance off and they're not going to the doctor. They're not trying to get medication for whatever it is that's down there. They think that their discharge is okay. They think that the stink scent, they can just shower or stick their finger up in their vagina and wash it out and they get rid of it. And that is not the case. That's not true. That is not true. It's not something to play with. Okay, so my advice is to men, always make sure that you protect yourself. And for women, I'm also advising you to protect yourself and take care of your health. Guys, go and get your checkup. Also, you go to the doctor. Women, go to the doctor just the same. You understand me? I'm just a bearer of good news. I'm just a bearer of good advice. You don't have to like me. I already know that many of you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to give a good advice where, they say advice when needed is most heeded. You understand? And one shouldn't be in a position where they really need that advice. It means that something is terribly wrong. But at the end of the day, we have life. We forgive. We move on. We do what we have to do. We take care of ourselves. We learn as we go along and move forward. We learn as we go along and move forward. And so we take care of ourselves and we learn to take care of each other. That's all I have to say. Enjoy your day. May God bless you. Bye-bye.